What's up? How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another Monday Musings. Thanks, those of y'all. Or if you're just following in here as we start this thing live, or if we're watching the replay, either way, greatly appreciate y'all coming here today. My name's Austin. Of course, this is Fantastic Freaks, and this is the Monday Musing stream, and this above my head is a glare. Let's do something about that. There we go. A little bit better. All right, a little bit better there because light glares are not fun. All righty. I apologize. I got a little bit of a scab right there, a little bug bite earlier, so apologize about that. We'll try to make it a little less, yeah. But yes, it's May now. Hard to believe. We're already in the 5th month of 2023 here. It's kind of crazy to believe here, honestly, because I mean, it's just April not too long ago. I mean, actually, just yesterday. And now here we are already into the 5th month of the year already. More importantly, Mayday! Mayday! And hey, those of y'all that love tacos, burritos, obviously it's more than that. But just saying, Cinco de Mayo, right around the corner. Not a bad deal. Got a lot of awesome folks here in the chat. We'll say hi to here before we start chilling and such here. Of course, the first one of the group here, we got Rye Guy Outdoors. How's it going, Rye? Good to see you here, as always. Frequent visitor on the channel. Always great to see you. We got Leo209 Aquatics saying hi. Howdy go. I'm Leo. Also, I apologize if the screen wiggles a little bit. I have a new table that I'm using here today. I might try to solidify it here a little bit here, but bear with me. I wasn't unfortunately able to get to that before we got this thing going here. Jeff Kane, how's it going, Jeff? Mr. Kane is lurking on the drive home. Appreciate it, Jeff. There. Hope you have a safe Monday drive back home there. Of course, we got Peplin Creek Aquatics going in here. How's it going, Brian? Always good to see you, man. Leo there once again. Going down through the chat here. We also got My Fish Tank Aquatics saying fishy folk. It's going up. My Fish Tank Aquatics. Hope it's been pleasant Monday for you there. Going down the chat here. Woo! And it just took its first jump of the day. Lovely. Paul McCarthy, how's it going? Saying hello, everyone. Hello to you, Paul. Hope it's been a good day. Crown Tail Half Moon, one of the few folks here already that I've actually mentioned that are joining us from Stephen P's Wet Your Plant stream, which is always great. Actually just got some advice from Stephen P, Myrtle, and Kelly over there this afternoon as unfortunately the jungle valve back here is not doing as hot as I would like it to be. And so, yeah, hoping to fix that up here. I did a decent, I'm thinking probably taking all the water out of this and putting it into the 75 hex over there might have disrupted something. Hence, I think that might be part of the reason why. It's just a matter of now trying to figure out, how we can get it right again. Because it looks like all the crypts are doing well for the most part. A couple of them are having a little bit of melting, but a few root tabs, and we'll see if that turns things around. Jimmy P's Aquariums and Aquariums. How's it going, Jimmy? Always good to see you as well, man. We got the Nano Aquarium guy here saying hi, everyone. Good to see you as well. All sorts of awesome folks here in the chat today. We got Nathan Hovey in here as well. How's it going, Nate? Always good to see you. Going through here, and another chat jump. Boy, it's on a roll here early. We got Fish Fam Link in here as well, saying hello, Austin and Fish Fam. Hello to you, Fish Fam Link. Many awesome people that run that great channel there as well to kind of help monitor and help the Fish Fam grow. Always appreciate that. Let's see, did I miss anybody? I think we got, nope. We got Dennis Christensen also joining the party with us. How's it going, Dennis? Saying hello. Back at ya. Hello. And of course, we got Josh and Jessica, aka the Metalheads Aquatic Mayhem. Always good to see you guys, which of course, I would be doing a disservice every time I first introduce them. To remind you, they will be going live here right as we wrap this up here, which will be about 6:10 p.m. Central Time or 7:10 Eastern Time, if that's more appropriate for you, whatever time zone you're in. adjust accordingly because I don't know them all. But it's another great stream there. And once we're done here, definitely would recommend you check them out. Got a couple of people to shout out here, actually. Yeah, including Vinoski Fish Toko saying hi. Hello to you, Vinoski. As always, good to see you as well. I think we're about not quite, actually. Kinto, how's it going? Good to see you. And yes, Crown Tail, absolutely, yes. I do have some Seachem root tabs, actually. I think I got some Aquarium Co-op root tabs down here somewhere, too. I haven't seen those in a hot minute, but I do know I do have some of those left over yet. I just can't remember where. But maybe that's just a sign that I need to tidy some things up here. I'm sure I'll find some stuff down here. And yeah, we'll get to work in here because I want to get some more plants in here to make Mac a little more comfortable as he goes out of the corner. Oh, there he is. He's back. How's it going, Mac? He's saying, don't forget about me. And yeah, guys, he just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Look at this little guy. He's not becoming such a little guy anymore. He's starting to become a big guy. I'd say he's easily eclipsed the 7-inch mark by now. Probably knocking on the door of 7.5 there. Mac is, he's getting up there. Ooh, that almost didn't go on the computer right away. Don't want to drop the camera because that'd be bad. Coro, believe it's the first time I saw him. Good to see you, Coro. Yep, actually corrected me earlier. Caught up? Not yet. Nope, you had one more, sir, says Coro. Believe now we got everyone, but always good to see you here. Coro Works, always a supporter of many Fish Fam channels on here, including mine. Humbled and thankful that I get to be one of them. And speaking of support here, couple of milestones are coming up for some people here soon. First and foremost, Dee Dee's Fin Den is getting close to 500 subscribers. So to those of you, I mean, I know a good number of you are already subscribed to her due to her streams, such as the Hot Mess Express with Foxy's Fishies and such, and all the couple other channels as well there. I think the first time I ever saw Dee Dee on a stream was when she was live with Fishy Biz Aquatics, and that stream will forever remain on my replay list just because if I ever need a good laugh, that just it was quite the fun stream. I'll put it that way. It was a very fun stream. We also got, speaking of Foxy's Fishies a moment ago, Roxanne there is actually getting so close to 1,000 subscribers. And the cool thing is she's already got the watch hours down. She's already got the 4,000 watch hours. However, Foxy there is trying to get close to 1K. And once the 1K is achieved, she and Brian, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Foxy and Peplin are giving away some, I don't want to say the incorrect term here, but they're doing a giveaway that relates to the Catfish Catalysm that will be going on in Madison, Wisconsin here in July, which will be a lot of fun there. I'm hoping I can make it up there yet. Initially, I was thinking for sure I was going to until some other things came up, but still planning to at least make an effort to get out there because Madison, Wisconsin, it's only about an 8.5 hour drive for me. Not too bad. Definitely going to be a lot easier than what the Keystone Clash will be, that's for sure. But if you have not subscribed to Foxy's Fishies yet, I know some of you here already are, but to those of you that may not be, where if you're watching this live or on the replay, make sure you go subscribe to Foxy's Fishies right there. That Missy right there. Oh, perfect timing there, Roxanne. Perfect timing. Of course, appreciate you coming in here on the stream here as well, or watching the stream, that is. Giving the 2 purple hearts right back at. That so you all know, Foxy's Fishies, that's a channel. She has some awesome shorts, and I know a lot of y'all like axolotls, or I know that's kind of a popular thing out there right now. Roxanne and Brian actually both had a egg hatching stream not too long ago. Those two have really got the sauce for good luck with the axolotls and such. So if you're looking to know a little bit more about that, There we go. Eventually, I'll get it right. Foxy's Fishies right there would be a very good channel to learn some pointers about axolotls, especially if you're thinking about getting one here in the near future. Absolutely, Crown Tail. Let's get her there. I remember it's been a little over a year now since I've been over the 1,000 subscriber mark. I mean, well, not going to talk about myself too much, but we are getting close to 2K here myself. I'm actually less than 10 away. I want to say we're 6, 5, one of those two away from 2K. So if you're new here and have not done so already, and you find me at least semi-entertaining or at least want to watch this disaster maybe further, by all means, click the subscribe button, maybe that little bell as well while you're subscribing to everybody else there that I mentioned earlier to stay in the loop with everything I do. I'm well overdue for a video, but I am actually finishing up a video as we speak on one of my more favorite fish down here. It is not a puffer. It's one of my favorite non-puffers down here, and it'll be pretty good. Peplin Creek, yeah, a couple of mods so people can post links and such. Are you offering, Brian? If so, I'd be happy to put you on there, unless anyone else is volunteering. Well, correction. You can volunteer, but I need to know you semi-decently. Because, of course, partially running my channel is something I would not entrust to someone that I just saw. Well, in that case, hey, Sarah Peplin, well, I don't know. Can I do this on a... I might have to pull up YouTube here, actually, because I'm just on StreamYard, and I don't know if there's a way for me, Brian, to do that here. So, ladies and gentlemen, bear with me for just a second. There's all my post-draft crap that I still have yet to watch. There is plenty of that yet. Which, of course, partially why I'm wearing the Packers jersey. And no, those of you wondering, 21, who's that? That is not Clinton Dix, ladies and gentlemen. That is none other than the great Sir Charles Woodson. He's not actually a sir, but a nickname nonetheless. Oh, let's not have a repeat here because that would be annoying. There we go. All right, Brian, there you go. All right, Brian, congratulations. You are the newest moderator of Fantastic Freaks. Everybody, round of applause. It's for Peplin. Joining the ranks. All righty. Foxy, absolutely. And I think I saw a comment from you earlier going about, oh, there we go. Yeah, so Fox Fishies says, I'll be giving away a ticket and an overnight stay to the Catfish Catalysm. I thought I remembered you saying something about an overnight here, but I didn't want to say that and be wrong. But anyway, starting over, I'll be giving away a ticket and an overnight stay to Catfish Catalysm in Madison, Wisconsin. It is also open to international viewers. So there you go. If you're across the pond, why do they even call it that? I mean, that's a big damn pond. But anyway, it's open to international viewers too, as we gift them and the monetary amount of prizes. So there you go, guys. And correct me if I am wrong, Roxanne, but I believe that is the first. Is that going to be the first Hot Mess Express from when you hit 2K? Is that this week, or is a date to be determined yet? There we go. And Peplin dropping the link there as well. Thank you for that, Brian. Yep. Make sure if you haven't already, yeah, help Foxy hit 1K. And I'm just saying, hey, if you haven't already, make sure you stop the Peplin there too. Brian's also got some good stuff there as well. All sorts of great channels there as well. Like I said, I believe DD's Finden is also getting very, very close to 500. And actually, if my mind serves correctly, I believe Brian here is actually starting to get close to that 800 mark as well. So make sure you check that out too. Crown Tail. You should also mod Foxy's, Fish Fam, Jenna P, and Stephen P, Fish Scout, and MSG if you can. I'll look into it. I see Foxy here occasionally. Well, either her or Brian here too. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't be against a good number of those for sure. Especially Jenna P and Stephen P. I love seeing their stuff there as well. I also love just seeing their stream there as well. Which, by the way, I mentioned them earlier. What Your Plants stream, ladies and gentlemen. If you're looking for a stream to watch before you watch this one, although honestly, I'm going to be open and honest, the What Your Plants stream, it kicks my butt because especially if you're looking to do like a planted aquarium, regardless of what it is, Stephen P, Kelly, and Myrtle there, and then Jenna P there as well. They know all sorts of stuff about plants that I can only right now dream to know about. And those guys, I tell you what, it's a very good stream. They were actually just talking about plants for ponds today. Hey, so I mean, not just aquarium stuff. If you're also maybe thinking of getting a little pond niche here as well, not a bad channel to give some attention to here before you come here and see what hot mess I have put together. Here I said hot mess. Here comes Roxanne and Dee Dee with the copyright. Like, hey, hot mess. That's our line. Hey, I'm sorry. Was that copywritten? There's Pep. And again with the Dee Dee's Fin Den. Brian on a roll here. Appreciate you, Brian. Putting that in there. Mm-hmm. Okay. A quick announcement here as well. I will say I may or may not be able to stream next Monday. My wife and I are going with the in-laws to Estes Park, Colorado. And we're on that Monday, I will be away for a while. Don't worry, the fishies are going to be tended to. Couldn't leave the puffers and all the other fish unattended for too long of a period of time. But they'll be going ahead, and yeah, they'll be taking care of while we're away. Long story short, but yeah, long story short, I may not be able to stream next week because I may be out of town and in the mountains because, of course, Colorado, lots of different altitudes. But might also try to see if I can visit a store while I'm out there. I hear Fort Collins has a good one. We went to one in Denver last time I was out there. If some of y'all are nearby the Colorado area, or maybe you've been in the area and know a good store, feel free to drop some suggestions in the chat here below. And I would love to at least Google them and say, like, that place might be worth a visit. I might do a video. I might do a live stream if I even get to one at that. Because, of course, we got some projects down here. I'm thinking soon after, maybe not right away when I get back from vacation, but soon after, might go ahead and start investing more into that 75 hex there in terms of getting some more plants. I feel like it needs some Anubias there on top of the wood piece there, stuff like that. All sorts of good stuff there. Might get some rocks and some crypts and valves to put around the centerpiece as well. And then, of course, we got to get the little fishies, the pea puffers themselves here soon. So I would say within the next few weeks, I would say probably before the month of May is through, my plan is to have pea puffers in that 75 hex here. So if you're new here and have not done so already, and that sounds interesting to you at all, click the subscribe button, and yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome when we have about 20 or so puffers swimming around on that 75 hex there. It's been a dream I've had for quite a while, and it's this close to happening. It's that close. Brian dropping the Catfish Catalysm link there as well. To those of you that don't know, that is going to be looks like a really fun convention that's going to be taking place in Madison, Wisconsin. So if you haven't heard about that, good place to get info right there. I need sound effects. Boink, boink, boink. Something like that. But definitely thinking of hitting that myself there as long as everything checks out there. But alas. Oh, there we go. No copyright strike for me. Foxy says, permission granted. Namaste. Thank you. Blake asks, what store I go to? It was the Fish Den, actually. I ended up getting some rose lines there, which actually still live inside the 240 over there right now. We got some rainbows from there as well that still live in the 240. So a lot of the fish I came from there turned out to work out pretty good. They are still swimming around in their tanks here today, and I actually made a video on it. It's about, I want to say it's about a year and a half, 2 years old at this point. But I did make a little video on my visit to the fish den in Denver. So yeah, that's actually the store I went to myself there, Blake. It's a pretty cool store. I would say if any of you guys are in the Denver area, it's definitely worth a visit. They have a pretty good sized fish room. They sell some used tanks. Almost came back with a 90-gallon hex. Whew. I mean, can you imagine that for a minute? A 75 hex and then a 90-gallon hex down here? Ooh, man. I have no idea what I'd put in that 90-gallon hex. I don't know, maybe just a big school of rummy nose tetras or cardinal tetras and just let them circle around in there. And then you know what? Maybe sprinkle some rams in there as well. Who knows? Maybe throw a 2 or 4 angelfish. I would prefer to keep them in even numbers. I think there's better success, or at least I've had better success keeping them in even numbers. And something like that. All sorts of stuff. But yeah, it had a lot of good stuff. It had freshwater, saltwater. I think they even had a couple of brackish tanks when I was there. Maybe. But either way, yeah, really cool store. Fish frenzy addiction. Hey, we all got that addiction, right? Because let's be honest, if we didn't have that addiction, why would we be here? Appreciate you coming in here, FFA. And of course, we're not talking about the Future Farmers of America, which is also a great group. But yeah, FFA, I love that. As an Iowan, I can the cleverness to that. All sorts of awesome folks here. I agree, Blake. Yeah, like I just said, they are. Oh, really? They're celebrating a big anniversary in the next few weeks. Shoot. Well, it's gonna be a little over a week before I go there myself. But so I'll probably be just a wee early. But I mean, I totally wouldn't be against going there again if all else, because I mean, yeah, the last time I went there, I thought it was pretty cool. The staff was very knowledgeable, very friendly. They are always like, I mean, in terms of the actual video as well, they were saying if there was anything I wanted to see or something, like if I wanted to see the back rooms, and I'm like, we don't need to see the sumps or anything there. I mean, a lot of us have seen sumps, and we get the idea there as well. But yeah, very friendly people there, and yeah, I say someone once told me that Fort Collins, Colorado, has a pretty cool store. Might check that one out if I got the time there. As it'd be about an hour on my way home there, or back to, of course, here in Council Bluffs, Iowa. So might have to check that out there if time allows. We'll see though. Like I say, I might even just do a live stream, and then hopefully, if all goes well and the internet works at least semi decently. I mean, most of these fish stores have Wi-Fi, and I'll just connect to it. Then there shouldn't be a problem. I might just do a live stream and then go through, edit it, and make a little highlight reel or something. Which I know some people are like, he said that, but how many times has he done that? It's true. 0, though. So I need to get better about that. Craig's Catfish Cave. How's it going, Craig? Good to see you. Saying hi all. Hi to you, Craig. Frequent visitor here. Always great to see you. So last time we talked about this, we talked about the 65 hex, or not the 65 hex, but the 65, I think it's a breeder, something like that. Well, it's not really a breeder. It's like a 40 breeder, but taller. So I might slip up and call it a 65 breeder once in a while, which would be confusing because there's no new 60 breeders. But alas, last time I didn't hear a whole lot of ideas and such, so I want to run a different tank by you guys this time. I have an idea myself here, but the 50-gallon corner. So what I'm starting to think here now is this little Oscar here, the Bumblebee Oscar that we got from the Des Moines swap, I'm thinking might go over there into the 65. Obviously, it'd be temporarily because the little guy will outgrow that tank here eventually, but it'll serve him much better than this 50-gallon corner tank. But I would also say at the same time, I feel like we could do something pretty cool with this here too. I have half a mind to still saltwater it like I initially thought before we voted on the pea puffers on this, before switching it to the 75 hex back there. But what do you guys think? This 50-gallon corner, what would you guys put in this? I mean, obviously, everyone I know would say, well, find the fish that you like and go to town on it. But if you had this tank, what would you put in this? Do 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 do. Sketty, how's it going, Sarah? I don't think I saw you earlier here in the chat, so hope it's going well here, fellow Iowan here. I apologize for taking lots of drinks. I actually just got back about 20 minutes before the stream from a plasma donation, hence why I got the bandage on my arm. Yep, I promise I didn't cut myself. Someone just stabbed me with a needle. Craig, I agree. I mean, I kind of wish sometimes I had some more hex tanks down here. Or, well, correction. I wish I had room for more hex tanks down here. I definitely think they are very underappreciated. I mean, I do understand why they get a bad rap sometimes, because they are a bit more on the leak prone side because, well, like I said before, unlike a traditional 75, like for example, those 75s right there, instead of spreading that water from a 4 foot to 18 inches front to back, that tank back there is about 3 feet tall and only 28 inches wide. Hence, I mean, you can pack all that water in a more concentrated area. Yeah, it creates a higher water pressure. Hence why those column tanks tend to be a little more leak prone. But I tell you what, when stocked right, I still think they are so cool. Especially if you get like a big centerpiece like in the middle or something like that. I think that's just, I love it. I love it. I think that if you play your cards right, those tanks can look absolutely amazing. And I wish I had room for more. Through here. Jeff says 50-gallon corner. Go salty. All right. I was initially thinking of like some clownfish in there. Not sure on what specific kind exactly. But funny enough, actually, one of our local fish stores here in the Omaha area actually has some clownfish that are actually breeding right now, which is super, super cool. Oh, I'm a bit jealous, not going to lie. But of course, I am talking about none other than the store that I also nickname the Source of the Madness. And that, ladies and gentlemen, whoops, I'm trying to copy the link. And that is none other than Fish Freaks in Omaha. It's probably it's easily one of my favorite stores here in the Omaha area. And that's saying something because we have some very good stores here in the area. But I should also notice that while we were shouting out YouTube channels here a moment ago, we actually have a fish store now here in the Omaha Council Bluffs area that now has a YouTube channel of their own. They only got a couple of shorts out there, and they only have 8 subscribers right now. But if you want to see what one of the best fish stores here in the Omaha area is up to, you can go ahead and check out this link that I'm posting in the chat right now. Here you go. Yep, right here. That's right. I'm highlighting myself. Yeah, if you want to see what I will tell you right now. In terms of a lot of other things, I mean, obviously, I learn a lot from you guys, the Fish Fam, and even the viewers by watching some of your other streams out there. I mean, watching, of course, because let's be honest, we all have some big channels where if it's King of DIY, KG Tropicals, Aquarium Co-op, all sorts of channels out there that I also watch and pick things up. But in terms of like physical presence, in terms of learning, Fish Freaks in Omaha is probably one of the stores that I've learned the most from. So if you're looking to see what one of the best stores in the entire Omaha area is up to, one, if you're in the neighborhood, make sure you drop by and give them a visit and tell them Fantastic Freaks sent you. And two, check out their YouTube down there as they get started there. Give them a little inspiration to keep that YouTube channel going and growing as they just get kicked off here. Nathan, see there. Nathan would put Corey's and then a huge school of CPDs or Emerald Rasboras. Ooh, that'd be pretty. A few months ago, I'd say cichlids, but as most know I'm moving away from them and getting into nanofish now a days. Yeah, and see me, I definitely want to try cichlids again someday. I do. Because some of you may not know, in that 55 where I actually have my Exodon tetras, I used to have some Lake Malawi cichlids. Looking back at that, though, as many cichlids as I had in a 55-gallon tank, I think part of my problem, because, well, the long story short, I got rid of them because I just got tired of the aggression. And looking back at that, I'm thinking, yeah, a 55 was probably too small, hence why I had the problems. But somewhere down the road, I definitely love to try it again here. Um, I'm not sure in what tank. Some people have said, have you ever thought of putting African cichlids of sorts in with the Mabu puffer? Short answer, yes, but I won't do it. Longer answer, yes, but I'm scared to do it because after seeing all the aggression that we had initially when I had them the first time, I the last thing I would want them is to pick on the puffer, which, yeah, I know some people might be like, pick on the puffer. All the puffer's got to do is get one bite. That's true, but if you got a school of, like, African cichlids in here, then that could spell trouble for a puffer. And obviously, don't want that. Jimmy P, don't count, don't come after me, but I've kept a lot of cichlids, and their tanks are kind of boring, but that's just me. I mean, I will say this, especially if you go with some of the Lake Malawi cichlids. I mean, it almost felt like I called it back then a poor man's saltwater tank because I mean, the fish were very vibrant and colorful. I mean, I had some yellow labrachromis, I had some peacock cichlids in there as well, joining them in there. I mean, they were really cool, and I especially tried to get into them too because actually, Fish Freaks I showed up there is especially really into cichlids as well. In terms of the freshwater side, they keep a lot of other stuff there in that store. It's a pretty good sized store, but probably one of the bigger ones I've been to. And of course, y'all know me. Just talked about went to Denver. I've been in the Kansas City area. Visited Aquatic Marine, which is still probably one of my favorite stores. Wish Knoxville, Tennessee wasn't 13 hours away. Otherwise, I'd probably go visit James, Ed, Kenny, and all those awesome people over there. But alas, it is quite the jaunt. That's kind of me right now, Jimmy. I'm just kind of sitting back. I'm enjoying watching other people keep their cichlids. I'm taking notes from time to time, like, okay, here's how so and so's doing it. Here's how another one's doing it. Maybe what's a common denominator that they're doing to where maybe next time I can have a bit better success. Kind of another reason why I kind of like YouTube. Of course, you got to be careful with who you take the advice from. Like as I always say, like with me and puffers. Like I know a lot of my puffer videos get a lot of comments and such. I will say now, I always say go to multiple sources. If I get a new fish, I'm always going to at least 3-4 different places because you never know what one person says. It might have a lot of fact, but there might be some wrong. But that's just me. I don't want to go on that rant again because I've done that a couple times. do 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 do. Sketty. All right, Sarah says I'm going the other direction. Maybe eventually I'll have some larger fish. I mean, it's kind of the direction I'm starting to go myself right now. I had some smaller tanks and such, but honestly, I'm just to the point now where I'm like, it's the smaller tanks are cool, but at the same time, there's just a part of me that's also like, there. I mean, much contrary to people's belief, smaller tanks can actually be more difficult to take care of versus, like a big one, like this 510-gallon plywood tank. Because I have like a 1,200-gallon grade canister filter and an FX5 on there, as well as two 200-gallon grade sponge filters in there. Yeah, the water changes in this. I maybe have to, touch it up maybe once a month at most. It might change once he gets a little bit bigger, but that's the main thing that always kind of tickles me is everyone thinks like, oh, big tank, that's got to be hard to take care of. Like, not if you set it up right. like my 240-gallon tank with the rainbows and all that, shoot, it's the same thing. I got an FX6 canister on there with about 350 gallons worth of sponge filtration on that thing too. I mean, by the time you include the biological filtration and then the canister filter on there, we're doing that tank by 2.5 times its initial gallonage, which if you do it like that, yeah, it's expensive, but instead of spending all the time to maintain your tank, you get to just spend more time just sitting back like so and enjoying what you see. What's up, Mac? He's like, oh, coming back to relax? How's it going? I might need to take that piece of wood out there. That thing has been floating in there for a couple months now. This piece of wood right here still will not sink. And I've had that in a pond before. That darn thing just will not sink. I said Mac, and here comes Matt. How's it going, Matt? Liquid Zoo Only Fins. Always good to see you, sir. One of my 4 awesome moderators. Always good to see you here. Going through the chat. Going through the chat. Yes. Got to make sure that I don't forget anything here. Oh, Nathan, did I miss one from you earlier? Oh, nope. That's with Craig. Here, I would say the next thing, though, too, I mean, I know some people say that they are real jerks, but while we're on the cichlid talk, I would say I really want to get some, like, I may totally butcher this pronunciation. And real quick, Matt, we promoted Brian, or Peplin Creek Aquatics, to the ranks of the moderators. Might be adding here a little bit to it here soon, too. Maybe, I know someone suggested Foxy as well as some other people. I'll have to go back and check that comment again to see who all was on that list. But yeah, I'll look through it here, and maybe before the next stream, we'll have some promotions. Let's see here. We got about 15 minutes left here because the metalheads don't go live until 10 after, and we'll give everybody about a 10-minute break to, refuel the snacks, reload the drinks, maybe use the bathroom if you got to. But let's see here. I was about to check here, actually. I haven't checked the subscriber count here today. How close are we to 2,000 here? Oh, lovely. Never mind. YouTube Studio's got an update, so we'll get back to that later. Jimmy P, that's the only... Well, actually, not true. I almost said angelfish were the only cichlid I keep. That is not true. I actually do have a female jewel cichlid down here. And she used to be with 4 other cichlids, but she does not tolerate other tank mates. She about kills everything in there until some giant Danios picked on my main koi angelfish in the 240. So while some of you might be like, yeah, dude, or whatever, but okay, the total subscriber count is 1995. So we are 5 away from 2K. If you're new here, and if you would help get me on the road to 2K here, would appreciate that. Oh, there's Matt right there with the 1.99. Actually, if we went 1 more subscriber, that'd be the birth year of my middle brother, who's actually a first lieutenant serving, doing some service at Fort Benning down in Georgia right now. But anyway, yeah, Jimmy P. I keep a lot of angelfish right now too. I got angelfish in 1, 2, 3 different tanks right now. But it's a pretty good. I mean, outside of puffers, I will say angelfish are probably my favorite fish. Just something about them. They got that iconic shape, and they're so relaxing. They're just so beautiful, so elegant to see. It's just, I don't know, something about angelfish. I've loved them and known them since I was a kid. That's angelfish are a fish that will always be in my fish room. Always be in my fish room. The Aquatic Morning Show. How's it going, Jess? Good to see you, Missy. Did you get a new logo? Oh, that looks awesome. That is so cool. Very, very cool. Or maybe I'm just way behind there. It has been a hot minute, unfortunately, just since I've seen the Aquatic Morning Show because unfortunately I've been staying up late, hence been a bit of a late riser here lately. So yeah, I'm that kind of a bump on a log here. See me, Jimmy P, I very much disagree. I think angels are beautiful. And if I could have half my fish room with just angelfish and puffers, honestly, I wouldn't be too upset. I would get bored because I do like to keep other fish. I would miss my Exodon tetras, my rainbows, the goldfish, rams, and my flower horn that I recently got as well. So I definitely want to keep other fish there too. But if the majority of my fish room was angelfish with the puffers, I wouldn't complain. I think they are a beautiful fish. Ooh, Brian, yes. Oop, that's not Brian. I agree, though. I actually recently had an opportunity here in Omaha to get a pair of red spotted Altum angelfish from one of our stores here in Omaha. One of them got purchased, so unfortunately, someone separated the pair, despite how what's the word insistent that the store was at first that they wanted to sell the pair together, but they were also about 150 bucks per piece. So there's that. No one wants to pay 300 bucks for angelfish because a lot of people think they go to the fish store and what you pay about 15 to 30 bucks by average for an angelfish, depending on what you get, I guess. But $150 per fish. I mean, there's some puffers that I got down here that cost well less than that. Checking through the chat. Hey, hey! Oop, the chat keeps jumping on me. How's it going, Nano? But Silver Creek Aquatics also joining us here. Good to see you, as always. We also got Melvin in the chat here, aka Legacy Hobbyists. Always great to see you as well, Melvin. Appreciate y'all dropping in here, as always, as we are already creeping up on 45 minutes here. Let's see, yep, we got a little over 10 minutes here left to just sit here and have some musings. To those of y'all that are in the chat here and don't know already, I'll announce it once again here. We're also in this chat trying to help Foxy's Fishies get to 1,000. Yep, it's not just about me trying to get 2,000 here. And as a matter of fact, Brian, Pepplin Creek Aquatics, is starting to get close to that 800 mark. And Dee Dee's Fin Den is getting close to 500. But I think Foxy at this point is about 20 or less away from 1,000. So I know while a good deal of y'all are already, I know a lot of y'all are already subscribed, but to those of you that are not and want to be the road to help her get to her first 1,000 there, click that subscribe button. I promise you. She's got an awesome live stream there with the Hot Mess Express there that she does with Dee Dee's Fin Den and such. And she's got some pretty good YouTube shorts that she posts a few times every week. Definitely a channel that I would highly recommend you check out, especially if you're looking up to, get away from or, get towards axolotls, because I know that's one of the popular things out there right now. Make sure you go check them out there too, because actually Peplin and Foxy are both great channels to go to in terms of learning about axolotls. Woo! What a YouTube name. Belinda's Crystal and Succulent Garden. Ooh, my wife loves succulents. I appreciate you, though. Got one less sub to get towards the milestones here, as always. Appreciate it. Oh, appreciate it, Craig. Absolutely. Absolutely, Roxanne. And Peplin, I was off a little bit. She's 30 away. Whoop. Where was it? I thought I saw that there. Oh, well, there's this one here too. I have an F1 that are showing pair off. If I get fry, I'll give you. Well, hey, let me know how that goes, Brian, because I'll probably take you up on it. I mean, honestly, if we did that, that might be otherwise what I put in the 50-gallon corner until I get something more appropriate for them, because I know Ultims obviously get a pretty decent size. Yeah, juvenile Ultims go for like 85 bucks or so. Yeah, and I mean, these red spotted Ultims, they were about the size of, well, about the size of the top of this here, which is about the size of a silver dollar. Not the fish, but the little, the currency. So I mean, yeah, they weren't huge, but top fin from bottom fin, they still had some decent size there. But boy, they've grown fast. They've actually decided to keep one of them and put it in their show tank, and it is gorgeous. Kind of wish I would have pulled the trigger and bought on it earlier. All right. Do, 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 do. Checking through the chat. Nathan, I almost got a puffer when I traded in my cichlids. He had two different types, a hairy and a dog tooth. I've heard of a dog face puffer, which is a saltwater puffer, but I've never heard of a dog tooth. Anyway, could be wrong though. I'm bad with names, but no, a hairy puffer sounds about right. Those are one of those ambush puffers. I had one of those once upon a time, and never got too big though. Unfortunately, I didn't have very good success with that one. Did a water change a couple days later, but it was still cool. Those ambush puffers. I learned that the ambush puffers though were, I would say most puffers like the Amazon, well, maybe the exception of Amazon just because of how quick their teeth grow, but like pea puffers. Pea puffers I would say are very much still a beginner puffer, but anything like those ambush puffers like a dragon or a hairy or a red Congo or an arrowhead, they sometimes can be tricky to take care of because I feel like they're a little more picky in terms of their diet. That sometimes they only eat the live stuff, and I have learned that, at least compared to my other puffers I've kept down here, such as my green spotted, my figure eights, my Amazons, or back when I had the pea puffers or the red eye puffers, they are a little more pouty or fussy when you mess with their water. Hence, they seem to get stressed a little bit easier too. But alas, they're still cool though. A hairy puffer is definitely on my list again. I want to try it again sometime. There's definitely some puffers that rank above it right now. Like I'd rather get a dragon again first. I'd rather get spotted Congos again beforehand. I want to get a cross river and try that again at some point. Still kind of bummed about the last one, but alas, at some point. Nathan, another question there. How many tetras would you say can go in a 55 with 3 rainbows and 2 Bolivian rams and 6 emerald cories? I have a canister and a hang on the back. Well, sounds like you get a pretty good deal of filtration there. Rainbows, Bolivian rams, and emerald cories. I guess, Nathan, part of it would also depend on what kind of tetra you're looking at. If you're thinking like a smaller tetra per se or something, I guess you wouldn't want to go too small because while rainbows don't get huge, they can get big enough to where if you get something like a nano tetra, like maybe say an ember tetra or something, they could end up maybe going missing. But if you're doing something a little bit bigger, like a couple of my favorites, I love the emperor tetras. I love me some diamond tetras. I love me some Congo tetras. Something like that in a 55. See, with everything else considered there, I would usually say I like to get my tetras in minimums of groups of 4 to 6 there, only because I know how big they get, but I also believe in starting smaller and then building up if you want to later, but that's me. But I would say in terms of tetras, like I say, I'm not 100% sure on terms of what... oh, there we go. Nathan back down here, actually. Have a few types. Flame, Buenos Aires, lemon, and Priscilla Tetras. Um, I've kept I've kept Buenos Aires Tetras before, and honestly, Buenos Aires Tetras kind of remind me a little more of a barb than they do a Tetra, because at least the batch that I kept a while ago, and granted this has been about 5+ years ago, those little suckers were nippy. They really went after some fins and such, and I don't want to say I didn't like them, but they ended up getting moved later to a different tank there that could deal with their temperament. Lemon Tetras I've heard good things about, as I have the Flame Tetras. Priscilla Tetras, I'll admit, I don't know a whole lot about, but I think the Flame and Lemon Tetras, I personally start smaller. I would go 6 or 8, and if it works well, then maybe you work your way up there. But that's me. Okay, so you're also thinking of moving the rainbows. Well, then yeah, then you could probably even go more from 6 or 8 to maybe, I don't know. Maybe once the rainbows are out, then maybe you can even go 10 once they're removed. I don't know. I always would prefer to keep a tank a little understocked than overstocked, because then your filters are going to work harder, and then that's more work for you. Yes, that is one thing too. My Emperor Tetras, not quite bad to the extent of like the Buenos Aires Tetras, but most of them that I've kept in the past have been rather fin nippy. But I have kept them with a beta and like a beta sorority tank here before, and like a 20 and such. Then I didn't have any problem, which is kind of surprising given the fins that betas have. You would think that'd be a bit tempting for a fin nippy fish, but alas, they never had a problem with it. They left it alone, and it worked out pretty well. I'm thinking somewhere down the road I might have to try it again here, actually. That is very true, Craig. Yeah, when it comes to Tetras, the more they have to school with, the better they feel. That is absolutely, whether if it's a diamond Tetra, a cardinal Tetra, a lemon Tetra, a flame Tetra, Priscilla Tetra, penguin Tetra, neon Tetras, whatever it is, Exodon Tetra. Please don't put that in a community tank, though. But um, yeah, whatever the Tetra is, they feel better in groups, and frankly, in my opinion, they look better in groups too. Craig, hockey stick Tetras. I don't know if that's a joke or something, but I say, is that it? I gotta ask if that's a joke, because I gotta be honest, I've never heard of hockey stick Tetras. But I'll have to look those up there. Hockey stick Tetras. I'm a bit of a hockey fan myself here. Been enjoying watching the Stanley Cup here. Watching that while I was also watching the NFL draft a lot of last week. All right, guys. Well, it looks like we are getting to 6 o'clock here, so I'll do one final rundown here. I say, if you're curious about one of the stores that I go to here in the Omaha area frequently, I've already been talking with them and some of their media people there that run the YouTube channel and such. We might try to do a video here down the road here at some point. So keep an eye open for that there. But Fish Freaks in Omaha, they have their own YouTube channel here. I just posted the link to their channel again to those that maybe missed that earlier. And of course, Foxy's Fishies, getting really close to that 1,000 mark. If you have not done so already, please do yourself a favor, do Roxanne a favor, click the subscribe button to Foxy's Fishies and help her get to that 1,000 mark here. Help her get that monetization there as well. Because again, I will remind everyone, she does already have the watch hours taken care of. So that's done. All that's left is we just got to get her to 1,000 and she's good. So that's all we got to do. But otherwise, make sure you subscribe to this guy right here, who's getting close to 800 subscribers himself there. Help Brian get inch closer and closer to that 1,000 mark there too. I mean, hey, you start with 800 and you get 900 and then boom, you're chasing 1K there, buddy. But of course, and then remember to also subscribe to Dee Dee's Fin Den if you haven't already, as she chases 500. And yeah, lots of great milestones here getting close to being reached here and such. And widen your horizons here if you haven't already. Check out some other members of the Fish Fam. Won't be disappointed. There's a a lot of other channels out there that do a plethora of fish out there. There's guarantee you can always check that out there. Or of course, you can always go to fishfam.link, see other channels there. Guarantee as many of us fish channels that there are out there, there's got to be one out there for sure that's going to suit your fancy. But for me, guys, I'm going to go ahead and bounce here. It is 6 o'clock here. Make sure you also go check out the Metalhead stream there. Peplin or Matt, if one of you guys could drop the link to the Metalhead stream in there one more time, as well as Foxy's Fishies channel link in there one more time while you're at it as well. We'll go ahead and wrap this up here. But as always, guys, thank you all so very much for watching this stream here, whether if you're on the replay crew or been watching this live. An extra thank you now to my 4 awesome moderators, Peplin Creek Aquatics, Liquid's the Only Fins, the Zen Ginger, and of course my awesome wife, Mrs. Freak. Appreciate all y'all, as well as all the members out there as well, showing that little bit of extra support. It's never expected, but it's always very, very much appreciated. I appreciate every single one of y'all. But thank you guys for all watching this stream here. Matt has already dropped the link there for Josh and Jessica's stream there. So make sure you go watch the Monday Metalhead Aquatics Mayhem right there. And of course, go sub to Foxy's Fishies while you're at it. Appreciate you, Matt. And until next time, thank you for watching. I'll see you all in my next video, guys. As always, stay fantastic.